afternoon. 90-day fiance, more to love. Let's talk today about Eric and Lieda. Of course, there is an age stretch. And you have Eric. Eric is the type of man, he apparently doesn't make a lot of money, whereas Lieda is used to the finest things in life. Her family is very wealthy. She's from Indonesia. Eric is from Wisconsin. And he doesn't make a lot of money, but somehow or the other they got together through social media. And they say they're in love, and she says she wants to marry him. He says he wants to marry her. But Eric has 3 daughters, 21, 19, and I believe he's an 11-year-old, that he's still paying child support for. And Lieda doesn't understand that because in Indonesia, there's no such thing as child support. She does have a son, Alexander, who's 5 years old from her first marriage. She got married 2012, I believe, in Japan. And she takes care of him along with her parents. Now, Lieda wants to be a doctor in America because in Indonesia, doctors don't make a lot of money, not like they do in the U.S. But as it appears, she's going to have to deal with what she did not know about before she came to stay with Eric for the 90-day period. She did not know about his living conditions. She didn't know how his daughter lived with him and how resentful she could be. She did not know a whole lot. I mean a whole lot. His living style or lifestyle is completely different from hers. But she has this goal to be an American doctor. Now, Eric knows that if she decides to go back home because she doesn't want to live in those conditions, it's going to be extremely hard for her to get another K-1 visa to come to the United States eventually. And even then, she doesn't know, she may be getting into the same kind of a situation. So she has decided to stay with him and follow through on the marriage for the 2 years. Now, she's not stating that, but you remember she has her goals to be an American doctor. I don't see her taking on this kind of a lifestyle for a lifetime. What do you think? Do you think she's going to leave him after the 2 years, and after that visa is solid? It may take 3 or 4 years. Do you think she's going to stay with him under these conditions for this amount of time? Because he appears to be very apathetic and actually irresponsible. He could have at least cleaned up or made sure that the place was cleaned up. But it was more like ramshacked when she saw it. And she wasn't happy about it. She met his daughter and she told her she didn't like what she'd done. And the daughter suggested that they would find someplace else to live because she's not about to leave. She says her name is on the lease. She doesn't have to leave. Maybe Lieda should leave. So, because her name is not on the lease. Because Lieda is sitting there telling her to leave today, now. You can't do that to a person if their name is on the lease. And Tasha, the daughter's name is Tasha, knows that she cannot be put out of a house or an apartment where her name is on the leash. So Eric did not prepare for Lieda. He has an air couch. An air couch. Now, I've heard of blow-up beds and, blow air beds, but I have never, I'll be honest with you, I've never heard of a air couch. And this is what he has for her son to sleep on. She did not approve. He said, well, he'll sleep in the room with us. Now, to make matters worse, now, this is going to be very difficult for her to handle. As you can see, Lieda is not happy. Do you think she will stick it out for the 2, maybe 3 years with him, with the possibility of falling in love with him? Because I don't care how much of a green card she has. If she's alone with a child, she's going to need the support of a man, preferably a good man. So in 3 years' time, she can become very close to him and end up staying. But this is a drastic stay in her lifetime and her lifestyle. Let me know if you think she will stay with him, because he's very close to his ex-wife. He still sends her money. He's in communication, constant communication with her. It's Eric and his women. That's the bottom line. How much in love is he with Lieda? Or is he just doing her a favor, helping her to get her visa, her solid green card? Let me know what you think. Do you think she will continue to stay with him? Will she ever build a relationship with his daughter, Tasha? And his wife is, of course, not happy about this either, but she's not saying anything. Or maybe she doesn't care. I don't know. She seems to have some sort of more of a bond with Lieda than Tasha. Actually, than Eric. Because Eric says he will provide for her. And that reminds me of someone else that provided for their children. They did not buy them new shoes. They got them like secondhand shoes, but they provided shoes for them. Like he's provided this air sofa, and for all I know, that may be an air bed. It looks like a twin bed that he has provided for her to sleep on along with him. It doesn't sit high, so it may be an air bed. But he just come on and Lieda, her personality, this is really against her grain, because she appears to be more of a perfectionist. When he was putting the luggage in the car, she says, no, to the right. No, it's got to be to the right. It's got to be exact. So this is really, I don't know what this will do to her mind. But do you think it's worth it just to become a doctor in America? Her father's in the medical field, and I'm thinking that's one stream of finances for them. As far as their wealth is concerned, they have to be in a little bit more. But her sister has been to med school, and I believe she's practicing medicine. But Lieda wants to practice medicine in the United States. Now, is there a guarantee? She didn't go to school in the United States for her medical degree. Is there a guarantee that she'll even get a job in America without going back to school? There's a lot of hills for Lieda to handle, and I'm not sure if she's aware of the fact that she has so many people ahead of her on that line of success in the medication field. She's young. She's only 29, I believe. I believe she's about 29. She's been to med school, but it was in Indonesia. It's going to take her more than 2 years. Will he allow her to go to school while she's here within the first 2 years? He may ask her to go to work, help out with the bills, because he does have to give a lot of his money, 1/3, I believe, of his money to his ex-wife. And if he doesn't, that's going to bring dissension between Lieda and the ex-wife, because she wants her money, she needs it. He has that child. Now, her father has offered, after he and his wife saw the apartment that Lieda will be staying in, he was not happy at all. He was not happy at all. In fact, he was nice enough to offer to pay for a nice apartment. Well, Eric said, no. That got to his ego. I will provide for Lieda and her son. Is this possible? Now, they haven't even really gotten into the stage or stages where they're going to have drawn out, breakdown arguments about just the child, because he doesn't even want to go to Eric. He's not comfortable with Eric. He's comfortable with, he's young. He's used to his grandparents and his aunt and whatnot. His aunt has always been very judgmental. And she's been telling Lieda, why don't you just pack up and go on back home? But she has a lot to lose in leaving and going back home. Because like I said, how easy will it be for her to get another visa up the road, in that they're going to look at her as indecisive? Will she deny the next visa as well? She doesn't really have a choice if she wants to be that American doctor. And like I said, there's no guarantee that she would be an American doctor ever. Will she survive? Will she survive? And I know doctors get a lot less pay in Indonesia, but the cost of living, you have to consider the cost of living. So it may pan out to be the same thing. So in the long run, is it worth it for her? Would you do that? How many of you would make that sacrifice, not to mention to have a child and put him through the sacrifice that she would have to go through for several years just to become an American doctor? Let me know what you think. Leave your comments and do subscribe. God bless.